and PC Golightly. "This is brilliant!" shouted PC Golightly over the jangle of the burglar alarm. "It's so good having some proper crime to fight at last." "There's nothing brilliant about it, Golightly," said Sergeant Gosh sternly. "It's our job as police officers to keep the people of Bumbleford and their biscuits safe, and we've failed in our duty. All these biscuit burglaries, and we still have no idea who the villain or villains might be. I must admit, I'm baffled." Mrs. Oliveira, the manager of the supermarket, came running up with the keys. "Careful now," said Sergeant Gosh as she unlocked the door and they all stepped into the shop. As the lights came on, they saw the shelves of breakfast cereal and baked beans and tea bags all looking perfectly normal, but the biscuit aisle was bare. "Crumbs," said PC Golightly. "Wrong, Golightly," said Sergeant Gosh, running a finger over the empty shelves. "The burglar or burglars didn't even leave a crumb behind. Every single biscuit gone." "What? Even the fig rolls? I didn't think anybody liked them." "Even the fig rolls, PC Golightly. It's just as I feared. The biscuit bandit has struck again." "Da da da," said PC Golightly, who thought some dramatic music was needed. "But I don't understand," said Mrs. Oliveira. "There's no sign of a break-in. The front door was locked, and the back door is locked too. How did the thief get in? How did they get out again with all my biscuits?" "Well, PC Golightly?" asked Sergeant Gosh. PC Golightly was new to the force, and he was helping her to develop her detective skills. "How do you think the thief got in?" PC Golightly thought hard for a moment. "If they didn't come in through the doors," she said, "they must have come in upstairs somewhere. We could be dealing with a cat burglar." "A cat burglar?" asked Mrs. Oliveira. "That's not an actual cat who does burgling," said PC Golightly helpfully. "It's a name that we police officers use for a normal human burglar who's very clever at climbing up drain pipes and over rooftops. I bet your burglar got in that way." They ran upstairs to Mrs. Oliveira's office. Moonlight shone in on them through a big hole in the roof. It was an unusual sort of hole, roughly the size and shape of a very plump pony. The moonlight lit up a lot of little curved marks which someone or something had left all over the carpet. "Hoof prints," said Mrs. Oliveira. "I don't think we're looking for a cat burglar," said Sergeant Gosh. "I think we're looking for a pony burglar." "Da da da!" "Please stop doing that, PC Golightly." Chapter 2. Anyone for sprout squashies? Next morning, the sun got up nice and early, and the first thing it saw was Kevin flying through the sky with Max on his back. Max loved going out for a fly first thing in the morning. The air was so cool and fresh-smelling, and as the sun rose, it lit up the rolling green hills around Bumbleford and the mesh of dark hedges thrown over them like an old fishing net, with little gaps in it that were gateways and raggedy knots that were dark clumps of trees. The River Bumble snaked all silvery between the fields, and a few early cars were scurrying like brightly coloured beetles on the roads. Max felt happy to live in Bumbleford, and very glad to have a best friend who could fly, so that he could see it all spread out beneath him like this, as if the town and the countryside around it was just a really detailed model of itself. They flew away from the town until they could see, right on the horizon, the distant blue of hills. Those were the wild, wet hills of the outermost west, which was where Kevin had come from. He didn't miss his old home too much, but he did like to go and check on the hills from time to time, just to make sure they were still there. But Kevin hadn't just come out to stretch his wings and admire the view. He was on a mission. He had heard all about the dreadful biscuit burglaries which had been rocking Bumbleford, and he was really worried.